for getting us and putting all of this into perspective. Of course, we are talking about the violence as well as the arson, which unfortunately has returned to Bangladesh. The country seems to be on the edge again with widespread unrest and political tension, with protesters taking to the streets, setting multiple buildings ablaze after the death of a youth leader, Sharif Osman Hadi. Thousands of protesters have taken to the streets, as you can see these visuals coming in from Dhaka, from Chattogram, as well as Rajshahi and other cities. Let me go across to Sati, who's getting us a live report. Thank you so much for joining us. It wouldn't be an easy time, Sati, for you to be reporting in, but give us a sense of what's happening in Bangladesh with other areas which are worst hit, and what is being done to ensure that there isn't anarchy again on the streets of Bangladesh.
After announcing the death of the revolutionist Hadi, some angry people started to vandalizing some of the most famous newspapers of Bangladesh, like the Daily Star and the Prothomalo. Right now, I'm in front of Prothomalo. You can see the burned building there, and therefore, after the whole issues, the cops are currently designated here. I can see some bands of CID behind me. They're completely investigating the thing, and I can let you know that previous night when the angry people started attacking the place, the army has taken over and take control of everything. But after that situation, the current situation is kind of like people are actually anxious about the situation, and a lot of law enforcement officials are currently joining here, and people are kind of afraid of the situation, and it's actually a bit alarming for the nation to attack such an important infrastructure and important news infrastructure like Prothomalo and Daily Star.
Yes, Sati, right behind you as well, we can see the building. If you can just show us a bit more of that street, we can see arson, blaze, and the way infrastructure, you're right, this is long-term damage that has been done to Bangladesh, Bangladesh's economy, and also freedom of free speech.
Well, the matter is actually there's been a lot of angry violence of this protest, and the people, they are actually angry about some of the news that published from the published media. But actually, this type of attack is completely, this type of attack is not perfect for a nation. That's what the officials saying. And I can say that a lot of law enforcement officials are currently on the scene. They're investigating the total thing, and we hope that within 2 or 3 days, government will make an official statement or an official release about the case.
Hey, can you show us the building behind you, the extent of damage done?
That's the Prothomalo building, and the Daily Star building is beside that.
What are these two buildings? Is everyone safe there? What happened to these two buildings? Who set it on fire?
There's no one injured during the event. The law enforcement officers and the military, they took action, and they rescued everyone who were in the building.
Okay, the rescue. So Sati is showing us these buildings. There are at least 2 buildings, Sati, right behind you that we can see they were set on fire. Can you tell us a bit what happened?
Actually, when the news of Hadi's death announced on Bangladeshi media and across the globe, some angry people, they just started vandalizing some infrastructure, and this type of incidents are actually some. After that incident, the military and the officials, law enforcement officials, took actions, and mainly some angry people started these vandalizations. But within 1 hour, the military and the officials took actions, and some of the people, they arsenaled the building, and some of the people, they got trapped inside. But after a brief trying of Bangladesh military and fire service, they ensured to make everyone get a safe exit.
Can you show us, Sati, the building behind you? I believe a lot of people, when the rioters entered the building, a lot of people went right to the top. They were on the roof of the building. Go ahead, Sati. Show us what's happening now.
Right now, there's a crime scene investigation department van right behind me. You can see that. And there are also a lot of law enforcement officials, police, and they're investigating the total topic.
Yes, we can see law enforcement officers behind Sati. Sati, show us how tall is this building, because I believe people were trapped at the roof.
Yeah, definitely. This is the building, and I have to add that this is one of the largest newspaper of Bangladesh, and they also have a publishing institute like named Prothoma. So they also have a library inside, and some of the books that got burned in the situations.
Oh, what a loss of legacy. Sati is reporting live from outside the media house, which came under attack by certain people. They first stormed into the newsroom, pushing the night shift. The editors who were there, they went to the roof and they were hiding there. They made desperate calls to the police. Then the army came in, and even the editor-in-chief, I believe, Sati, had tried to intervene. He too was assaulted right here outside this building.
The editor who was assaulted was not from the Prothomalo. He was from New Age, another English newspaper of Bangladesh, and he got assaulted by some angry people.
That's unfortunate.
I want to add. Today, these publications like the Prothomalo and Daily Star, they shut down their publications for today. There's no printed paper for this day.
There's no printed paper today because this newspaper building has been shut down. Go ahead, Sati.
That's why they don't publish in paper today. But they ensure that after establishing the situation, they will start publishing and start their online activities as well.
But Sati, this is a threat and intimidation. Free speech has been intimidated today by burning several of these floors of this building behind you. Are they trying to hide the truth? Why are they against the media for reporting?
Well, actually the people is there are some people who currently lives abroad, and most of the Bangladeshi news media is saying that these people, they actually make these people angry, make the people angry about the Hadith dead and try to attack these infrastructures. Actually, there is no such relevant thing that they are accusing of.
Oh, that's very important. Sati is telling us this is foreign interference which is happening. What is this foreign interference which is inciting people in Bangladesh, especially the youth, Sati?
There is some anti-Indian movement currently happening in Bangladesh, but I think this one is not that much of connected issues of this matter.
Sati, you're absolutely right. Indian missions also have faced attack. Why? Is that the popular sentiment, or is there certain pockets of people with vested interest who are carrying out an anti-India agenda in Bangladesh?
Well, actually, there's been a very good situation between Bangladesh and India in over the years.
Yes.
And basically, there's some people these people are completely miscreants, and they're trying to make the situation worse. That's why they're doing it. It's not the common people's voice, it's the voice of some miscreants, and their number is very few.
Well, of course, India-Bangladesh have been historic alliance partners since the day of its inception. India has always backed and supported Bangladesh. But today, to see Indian missions in Bangladesh being attacked, who's behind this conspiracy, international conspiracy, Sati, that you are talking about?
Well, I was talking that you said there's some Indian missions have been attacked, but also the point is these people, I said it earlier, these people are not the mass people, there's some miscreants, and I can add that behind some days ago there was a situation in Assam, there was a Bangladeshi embassy, Bangladeshi High Commission that also got vandalized by angry people. So I think you can relate the two things, how these people and these people can be related. They are completely miscreants. In India, they vandalized the Bangladeshi High Commission. In Bangladesh, they are vandalizing the Indian High Commission. I believe both of these kinds of miscreants are completely the same type.
Well, there are people who are trying to incite violence for vested interests. Sati is reporting from outside one of the media houses, the floors of which had been torched by the vandals last night. But Sati reports that today there was no newspaper which was published. However, tomorrow they are going to ensure the news, the truth continues to go out to the viewers. So more power to people like you, Sati, who are on the ground reporting and telling us that there are foreign players who are trying to instigate this kind of violence, and how India and Bangladesh's historic ties and the friendship will not be hurt. However, this is a speed bump which it may have been hurt due to foreign interference. Thank you so much, Sati. We'll keep coming back to you for more inputs. Well, on that note, a short break right here on Times Now. Don't go anywhere.